Welcome. My name is Nancy Proctor. Here it is. I'm co-chair of Museums in the Web and one of the co-organizers of Museums in the Web Florence, our first time ever in Italy. And this is Ilaria, my partner in conspiring to commit progress. We're very pleased to have you here. This is a really special event for us. Actually, before I get kicked off onto that, I just want to make sure everybody can see the Wi-Fi coordinates there. I think it had to be rebooted, so if it's not immediately accessible, keep trying. It should be shortly. And the other thing, actually, I should say, is our hashtag. I'm just going to type that up for a moment.
Which is everywhere. It's everywhere.
There we go. There's our hashtag. So we do hope that you will share your thoughts and your experiences throughout the conference with our larger social media and Twitter community. So this particular pre-conference event is kind of special for Ilaria and me. We've known each other for a very long time, from back when I was working with Antenna Audio. Ilaria is the CEO of Duvo Studios, which is a mobile tour provider and mobile services provider based here in Florence. And you know, it's one of those, as you well know, it's such a small industry, everybody knows everybody, and it's one where I think we recognized very early on that, as we say in English, the rising tide floats all boats. If we can improve the quality and the standards of mobile products from one provider, one museum, that will actually have a very positive knock-on effect elsewhere, because people who use mobile experiences, mobile apps, mobile websites, audio tours, don't necessarily know who produced them. They think of them as kind of one generic product. And if they have a good experience in one museum, then they're likely to try one elsewhere. If they have a bad experience in one, they're likely not to try again. So we saw that there were a lot of opportunities for collaboration to very large mutual benefit, sort of the network effects. If we could connect mobile professionals, both the vendors who provide mobile services to museums and the professionals within those museums who work on mobile, to kind of work together to improve the quality of our mobile products and our mobile experiences. And we saw this meeting in Florence as an opportunity to kind of kick off a discussion about how we might collaborate more, how we might really raise the quality of mobile across the cultural heritage industry. And so we've asked a few colleagues to join us today to help with that. Rob Stein will be talking about the TourML standard and the work that he initiated at the Indianapolis Museum of Art and now is continuing in his current role as Deputy Director at the Dallas Museum of Art for creating mobile content standards. Susan Chun has joined us. She just recently took on a new role as Chief Content Officer at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago. She's also Museums in the Web's publisher. So she's going to be talking about an idea to do a mobile book sprint, to write the book on mobile in 3 days. So this is, again, an idea that we want to get your feedback on. And I'm particularly interested in talking also about standards and common practices around accessibility and managing content for accessibility. Some of us who've been working on trying to create accessible apps for our museums have discovered that it would be really useful to have a common lexicon for things like voiceover, so that people who are blind or partially sighted are hearing the same terms when their finger touches the back button or the home button or the play button or the volume button in their app, just so that they're not getting a unique and different experience in every single museum. So these are some of the themes that we wanted to introduce, and Ilaria also wanted to talk about the possibility of a professional association of vendors and others providing mobile services to the field, with the possibility of kicking that off here in Italy. So do you want to add a couple of words on that now?
Yes, I just want to add my welcome to everybody. I'm very glad to be here with all of you. And
is that on?
Okay.
Is it on?
Can
Okay.
you hear me? Yes. Okay. Thanks. And as Nancy said, we have been talking about this opportunity for long times because we come from the same field, even if she has done different paths later. But and we felt the need to talk about the standard she was mentioning, because particularly here in Italy, this is an aspect which is very hot. It's a hot topic because there are no standards and there is no sensitivity towards mobile tool providers. So I think that having this chance to talk all together is good for a mutual exchange of knowledge, and the idea of having this association, I think, can rise really the standard of our job. We have chosen to start these Museums and the Web Florence conference. Sorry for my English. We decided this day, which is the 18th of February, because it's a very important day for Florence, because it's the anniversary of the death of the Electress Palatine, who was the last Shona of the Medici family, and is the woman to whom maybe Florence owes much, because she was the one that permitted to Florence to be what Florence is today, because she signed an act in 1737 that established that all the heritage that was in Florence, that was of the family, of the Medici family, was left to the state, and she signed this act, which is called family pact with the Lorraine family, that this heritage should have stayed here. All the jewelry, all the paintings, statues, gallery, everything. And this is the heritage which is in the Uffizi, in Palazzo Pitti, and this is what Florence take advantage of today. So we decided, when we decided the date to start the Museums and the Web conference, to start in this particular date, because it's important for our city, as it is important for our city to have this conference here, because unfortunately, in Italy, we don't talk that much about the technology applied at the interpretation of the cultural heritage. So we are really, really happy to do it, and we are happy to have this pre-conference day and to talk about, I hope later we will talk about the association, which is a dream for me, and I hope we will be able to set up it in the future altogether.
Okay. So with that, shall we... I just have to ask Ilaria to keep me on track.
Yes. Now we have Rob Stein.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
We have Rob Stein talking about the mobile standards. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Rob.